Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. We're here every single day. No, we're not here every single day. It's my fault. It is really my fault. I want to apologize. I am a very, very busy man with work, with health, everything is happening currently. But when the new season starts, it will be a different story. Man City on the first day of the season. Of course, we've got all those guys beforehand. We'll be covering as much as we can. But as I said, it's all my fault. Mr. Sindri is always free. But yeah, it's me that makes the delay, unfortunately. So I want to apologize to everyone and to Sindri live on here. But look, we've got some big breaking news. I'll be busy for the next few days of work. And Sindri hit me up saying we need to go live. There's a lot of news happening currently. We've got Osimhen, of course. We've got Conor Gallagher, and a lot more to be talking about without me talking too much. Sindri, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Been enjoying this summer, of course. Following Chelsea during this preseason hasn't been going that well. Drew 2-2 to Wrexham, and now last weekend we lost 4-1 to Celtic. Of course, you need to look at some perspectives about the especially the Celtic game, because that was our second game under Maresca, and I think it was Celtic's last preseason game, because
Mm.
their season I think starts this week or this
What?
weekend.
The new league?
Yeah, it starts really early.
That's
So,
really early, though. That would be a bit crazy if that is the case. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So they're
yeah,
fired up.
so that means, of course, they're on the other end of their other end
Preseason.
of preseason. Of yes, their game starts. Celtic's first game is 4th of August.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So it is this
So
weekend.
yeah, so
So
it is this weekend. So that of course means that, like I said, that they're on the other end of their preseason. So they are almost
fired up.
fully fit and
Yeah.
fired up and ready for the season, while we are just beginning our preseason uh under Maresca. Of course, we are we don't have all our players, like Palmer, Gallagher, and Cucurella aren't going to join us in uh USA.
Yeah.
uh and therefore I've seen a lot of people talking about how we are inverting Malo Gusto and Reece James, who is better as fullbacks. But I think it's only like experimenting with that, because we don't have Kukurea, because I don't think he sees Ben Chilwell as an inverted left back.
Mm.
So that's why he wants to try and invert uh Kukurea once the season begins. But since Kukurea isn't available until the Inter game, where they will join up with the rest of the squad, I think it's just experimenting, seeing how Malo Gusto and Reece James are doing as an
Yeah.
inverted um, mid fullback. And of course, we will not see Malo Gusto and Reece James be an overlapping and attacking fullback, because that's not how Maresca plays. But one thing I've seen and heard a lot of people talking about that is improved a lot, especially since also the return of Reece James, and with our new set piece coach Cuevas, is our new set pieces during the two preseason games we've had. I think against Celtic we have had like 11 corners.
Mm.
So, and a lot of them I of course didn't see the game, because it wasn't available for me in the app for Chelsea. And like what I experienced with the Wrexham game is, why do you want to pay £5 and then the next day or some minutes later the whole stream is available on YouTube, on Chelsea's YouTube channel? Like, why are you charging money for the stream on the app and then publishing it on your YouTube channel for free. It
I
doesn't
mean,
make sense.
look, Sindri. I mean, look, we
They're
can get
scamming
into
us.
we can get into that shortly as well. I mean, look,
Yeah,
it's a good point you've made. It's a very, very good point you've made. But
yeah,
we'll talk about that in depth shortly. Let's just get through the transfer news quickly, and then we'll go into depth as well. Let me just answer this question as well. Look, we've had bad pre-seasons in the past. We've gone on to win the league,
yeah.
aka Conte season, but obviously with this squad, it's a bit different.
And Mourinho season as well. 14,
Yeah, no,
15.
I mean, look, it happens, but we had
Yeah,
superstars in those teams.
yeah. That's why I think people are more reactionary now and a little bit more worried uh, now than we were back then. Is because like what? Okay, fine, we lost some preseason games, but look at the names that were in those teams, like John Terry, Didier Drogba, Eden Hazard, Fabregas, a lot of big name players.
Papi,
Hmm?
Papi, I can't even pronounce his surname. The defender, 100% record. Yeah,
Gilaboggi. Yeah,
yeah.
he was later. He was
Did he come under Conte or?
he came. I think came in 2015, 16 under Mourinho or something like that.
Oh. I mean, look, respect, Mr. Jasso, but I wouldn't pay for that. Like, I got my ways of watching games. I'll openly admit that. Um, but as you said, it was on YouTube Live as well, which everyone watched it that way, in my opinion. But if you want the special streaming service on the app on the third, what's it called again? It's been such a while.
The fifth stand up.
Fifth stand. That's it. It's been such a while since we've spoken about Chelsea. How long has it been? It's been like nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I,
I think 2 to 3
I'm
weeks.
like going
Yeah.
through like the players. I'm struggling. I need to get fitness. I need to get into the streams again. You know, it's difficult, people. So yeah, look, you earned it, man. I respect that, bro. I respect that. So look, let's talk about this one. Obviously, this news that you can see on the screen right here has been closed already. Di Marzio, as I said, very, very reliable back in the days. I'll probably say 2015, 2016. He was the GOAT, in my opinion. He was the guy to look at. The Alexandro days, the stressful days for Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
We went through all of that. Well, I did definitely back then. That's when I was coming onto the scene. But look, he's come out recently saying Napoli wants 70 million plus Lukaku for the operation of Osimhen to happen. It will not be a loan, as reported in England today. So yeah, no loan move. I mean, it would have been nice to see a loan move.
I've also seen 56 million pound, but that's 56 million pounds, so maybe roughly
that's
60 million.
that's the
But
euros amount.
honestly, I would take that. Like for Chelsea, it's a win-win. Like Lukaku's on over 300k a week. We get those wages off our books.
I just want a big name.
Yeah,
I'm tired of what I've been seeing with Chelsea, man. I just want a big name.
We get a big name player in Victor Osimhen. He gets to leave Napoli, which he wants to. Of course, we've seen it. We get Osimhen. They get Lukaku, and of course we have to pay some money for him. But I would say 60 million plus Lukaku, which then makes I think the deal will be like we give them 50 60 million for Osimhen, and then they pay us 30 million or something for Lukaku. So it's not a swap deal. It will become two separate deals because that's the best way to structure it. But
and then I read stuff like this, Sindri.
Yeah.
I heard he's worth 900,000.
I can check.
This is what I'm hearing, guys. This guy is worth like 900,000. I don't understand. Look, I can talk to you guys on an accounting perspective what's happening here, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, his market value is 1 million according to Transfer Market. So that's 1 million pounds. So let's say 600,000 pounds or 1 million euros. So that's like
I mean,
600 million pounds or something like that, or
bro,
less.
I don't understand this. So someone needs to explain to me what is this?
Yeah, like of course they look at him, but like we have this is all the goalkeepers we currently have. Sadiq Kepa is still on the books. The Jorgensen, the new goalkeeper who just signed today or yesterday, the Danish 21 or 22-year-old, Petrovic, Sanchez. We have Eddie Beach, Lucas,
Eddie Beach.
yeah, Lucas Bergstrom, Gaga Slonina, and now maybe Mike or Mike Penders. That's 11. No, that's 11. Eight.
Eight.
Eight
Great
goalkeepers.
maths. Great
Yeah,
maths, Indri.
8 goalkeepers we have on the books.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, look,
like, of course, he will maybe go back to Genk on loan, and of course, we're looking at him and maybe like a new Thibaut Courtois
no,
goalkeeper.
come on. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not saying he will be, but from the reports I've heard, they are looking at him and admiring him like a new Thibaut Courtois. I'm not saying he will be, but that's why we are interested in him, because we want. He's 6'7" at 18. He's like 190, 194 something
All right, cool,
centimeters
cool.
tall.
Maybe a Courtois then. Maybe a Courtois, people. Maybe let
Yeah,
them marine a mistake this time, people.
yeah, but we still have 8 goalkeepers on the book. So I think Bergstrom and Eddie Beach might get sold. I forgot also. What's 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 his name? I forgot. I forgot. I
Who?
forgot.
Who?
The old goalkeeper, the third choice goalkeeper.
I don't
Like,
know.
we have one goalkeepers over.
Blackman.
No, no, not Blackman was gone years ago.
Mendy.
No, not Mendy.
I big up Josh, man.
Bettinelli, of course.
Oh yeah, Bettinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's world class.
So that's 9 goalkeepers. We have, like, according to Footpin, we have 7 goalkeepers. That's without maybe Penders and Jørgensen.
What is the plan here from Chelsea? I don't really understand. Look, I'll
Like,
be brutally honest with you. I've not been following this
nah,
whole
like,
transfers in and out. This is crazy, man.
yeah, like all I'm seeing from people is like we are playing, like, honestly, Chelsea are just playing career mode or football manager at this point. We're signing so many young
Yes.
players. Like, we're linked with a 16-year-old Brazilian called Gabriel, or Gabriel Meck or something like that. Of course, Penders. We're linked with another left back from Italy.
What is
Like,
going on?
these guys, of course, I can understand they want to be ahead in the market when it comes to talented young players, and of course they don't want to sign the players that are going to cost a lot of money because they are developed and stuff like that. We want to buy the next big thing, like the new big stars and stuff like that. That's But we don't forget, I think we'll try and sell like 14 players, like Chalobah, Dr. Fafana,
I mean,
like
time's running out, bro. Time is
yeah,
running. We're end of July.
yeah, we're end of July. We have a month left of transfers until the deadline day. But we still have a lot of players on the books that are going to be sold. Yeah, and of course we don't forget, we also get 2 other players next summer in Kendry Paez and Esteban
I mean,
Willian.
I'm excited about those two.
Yeah,
I am
those
excited about those.
those two I'm excited about because they are playing regularly at such a young age, and that was a deal. Of course, they can't join us because they aren't 18 with the new UK or since
Work permit. Yeah.
Brexit laws and
Yeah.
work permits and stuff like that, they can't join us. That also there was a like especially for Esther Willian a deal when we signed it that he wasn't allowed to leave until January or
January. Yeah.
soon as January because they want him in the Club World Cup.
Club World Cup. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. He better not get injured though.
yeah, well, he just came back from another injury.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
that wasn't that
I
long,
mean. I
but
mean. Look. Also, I'm shocked. Out of all teams, Atletico are looking at Gallagher. I'm
well,
actually shocked.
yeah. To be fair, he is a Diego Simeone signing. Oh, big up, man!
Collins, big up
Big up,
Collins, man.
Collins.
I love Collins. Hey, listen, I need to get you a ticket to Man City, bro. Let me know.
Yeah, big up, Collins. Thanks for the donation,
Realistic
man.
expectations for this season, top four.
Well, if like honestly, like from this, what I heard yesterday with both links to Osimhen and Chiesa, another one I wouldn't mind signing. Like I would say we should aim for top four. Of course, it's really hard to predict with how we're gonna play and stuff like
Mm.
that this season under Maresca. It's really unpredictable situation like we have been in the last 3 seasons now with constantly changing managers after one season. So I hope for the love of God that we don't sack Maresca no matter what happens this season. I don't want to sack Maresca. I don't care. Of course, unless we get relegated or are close to relegation. This is a really bold statement from me. I don't care how we do it with Maresca.
Yeah,
I just
because you've suffered a lot. That's why you've suffered
yeah
for the last 2-3 years.
yeah, and I honestly just want a manager that can stick with the players, and the players will suddenly soon start to work with the manager unless they of course feel like he isn't the right guy, and of course he loses the dressing room. But we don't know what will happen. So I just want, like, I wanted us to stick with Poch, and I wanted us to stick with Maresca because it is a unpredictable situation we are in. Like, we don't know how the season will go. Of course, preseason is something we can react to, but it isn't a defining statement on how our season will go. The only way we can see it is judging it after the maybe first 2 to 3 months of the season.
Mm.
Look at how we're doing. Look how we played against City. Look how we're playing against the smaller teams. Just trying to figure it out. So just stick with Maresca for at least next season, until next season, and then we can see what will happen. But I would say we should aim for top four, yes, or at least aim for Europa League or win the Conference League, because that's realistic and it's an improvement from last season. If we get Europa League and win the Conference League, that's an improvement. We win a trophy, and we get top five. That's
I mean, look,
honestly,
Sindri, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I was a bit sad that we didn't make Europa,
yeah,
but the Conference League now, I've looked at the countries.
yeah,
I am visiting some of those countries,
yeah. That's cool.
which
That's
is
cool,
a
man.
rare
That's cool.
experience for sure.
Yeah. And honestly, this might this might be the only time in a long time we are in the Conference League. We might during Maresco we might get to the Conference League, might win the Conference League, and then all of a sudden we are a constant top four team. Because that's one thing I like with buying young players is if we develop these players right, these players can play at the top level for 10 years. If we get this right, and a lot of these players, say Esteban Willian, Kennedy Paez, Cole Palmer, if we sign Osimhen, Jackson, Fofana stays fit, Reece James, Cucurella, all these players can at least play for 6 to 7 years at the highest level, we will constantly be in around the title or top 4 with this team if they develop the right way and we get a fit team, then we can challenge for a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
And
look,
that's why I think they also went with the under 25 rule to begin with, because they knew that if we set a certain criteria for age, if we get this right, we can challenge the league for 10 plus years. And that's why we constantly buy young players, because we want to, of course, when the players get older, we want to swap them out and have a constant cycle of challenging for the league. And all of a sudden, we can sit here in 10 years' time and say, we have look at what we won under the Clear Lake era and say, why were we so worried and doubting these people during these first few years? And that's what's fun with the future. We don't know what will happen, and that's why I'm a little bit optimistic about about Tolbo, Bali, and the whole Clear Lake
who's
era.
paying you? Because I'm not paying you for this.
No one is paying me. I'm
You
just
should-
trying to be optimistic and
You're,
look at
you're
the
like
bright
Alfred.
side.
You're like Alfred, just positive, 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 positive. I mean, look,
I try to
I
be
hope
on.
you're right. I really hope you're right, mate.
Yeah,
Honestly, look, I
and
don't want to
that's
see Chelsea do bad ever.
yeah. Of course, no Chelsea fan wants to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very very weird time. But look, we're signing all these players, all these youngsters. Cool, they're going to be loaned out. We're going to look to see whether the club can make any profit from it. I get that, but if you're also making signings like Osimhen, then it's cool. As long as you're making progress for two sides, whether it's talent and whether it's players that can actually come in now and do well, I'm
Yeah,
all for it. But from the first 1 or 2 months, what I was seeing is just youngsters after youngsters after youngsters. I mean, look, Conor Gallagher's going, Chalobah. I saw the outrage about him not being picked for the squad, and then apparently he was training or something that I read.
nah, I think he's still at Cobham training, and the one thing that fans I have seen also outraged by is the asking price we want for him,
How much?
like 25 million to 30 million pounds. Like, how can what's his name, Kelly, no, not Kellyman, but Max Kilman from Wolverhampton go to West Ham for 40 million, but Trevor Chalobah, who's in my opinion arguably better than Kilman, go for 25 to 30 million.
We're desperate to sell him. When you're desperate to sell him,
Yeah, and
it's cheaper.
like, I would understand why we're only accepting 25 to 30 million for Gallagher, because he has 1 year left of his contract.
Yeah.
So he could sit out and say, I want to play this one last year for Chelsea, and then I can go to Atletico Madrid or wherever I want next year without you receiving anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I think we should just accept maybe the try to accept maybe 25 to 30 million from Atletico and
I mean,
see what.
It's not in the Premier League as well. I mean,
Yeah, and that's also a bonus, because then I don't have to. Of course, a lot of Chelsea fans don't rate him, but he's a decent player. He's not a really good player or a world class player, but he is a decent player. He's like a 6 to 7 out of 10 player, and gives a lot of good, solid performances for Chelsea. He did that last year, so I wouldn't like to face a Gallagher next
at
season.
Tottenham.
Or at Tottenham, at Aston Villa, of course, they won't sign him now that have Onana or somewhere else in the league.
Yeah, I mean, we shall see. We shall see what happens. Exciting times. Obviously, players leaving, players might be coming in. Obviously, we've had a few games now. We've had players come in. We've had some players go. Has your targets for the season changed?
You like I wouldn't say they have. Like I'm still excited about the whole Maresca situation, like trying to figure out how we'll play and just looking at the team. Of course, the two games I wouldn't be worried about. Like they're
It
no
was
in the
quite bad though.
yeah, it was quite bad, and of course, what I'm also seeing is the team, especially the defense, missing Thiago Silva. Like there is no leadership in there, and like once I felt like the game against Celtic looked a lot like how we played against Tottenham when Nicholas Jackson scored. Some people call it the Premier League's worst ever hat trick, where he scored basically 3 tap-ins. Um, because they play with 9 men and play a constant high line. Okay, we played with 11 men, but one when we didn't figure out the pressing situation, we didn't drop back. It was like we were just standing there and playing a really high line. So we are lacking some leadership in the defense, and that's not good.
Yeah.
And of course, today Enzo joined up with the players. How he has apologized to the players. But I think there was rumors that he has spoken to the French players by themselves, and of course, like it says, Reece James and Disasi, two of them now more all the players have spoken to the players about Enzo and stuff like that. So of course, Chelsea, from what I've also seen, Chelsea have made now found the situation and closed it. No more investigations over that, but FIFA are still investigating the whole situation, so we will only wait and see what FIFA does about it.
Yeah. I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. I am going to wrap up, bro, because I have to unfortunately go back to work.
Yeah,
End of
like
month.
I understand. I
How's your,
understand. But
are your parents starting soon?
nah, my mom started work yesterday,
Oh, okay.
and
Cool, cool, cool. I mean,
so
she
so
she's gonna be busy for the next few days. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, and so is my dad. Like we there were some problems like with some of the stuff, so they had moved a deadline. That was, I think the deadline is the 31st of or 30th of June. So they got some of it. They got moved 1 month. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
my father is trying to sort everything out before we leave.
Close up or
Yeah,
leave.
yeah,
Yeah,
we leave for west of Norway. My aunt, it's my aunt's birthday in 2 days, and then it's my uncle's or my my other aunt now aunt's birthday on the 4th of August.
nice.
So well, and she turns 50, so that's
That's
why we're
special.
yeah
Yeah.
that's why we're going over. So
No, enjoy
yeah,
it, enjoy it, man. You
yeah,
deserve
thanks,
a
man.
long break in the summer, of course. I mean, yeah, it's the season's coming quite fast. We've got City
Yeah,
first day of the
yeah.
season. Palace and
Yeah,
Wolves.
but before we wrap up, the one commentator from God of Frogs with why Disasi was involved, I think why he was involved was because he is French, and of course could speak French with French players and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why I think it was Reece James and Disasi and not Reece James and Chilwell. And of course, I think Maresca was also involved in that, but I don't know. I don't have information about that. But the only reason I think is because he's, I think, the oldest out of our French players. Him or Nkunku is the oldest out of our French players, so he is maybe seen as more of a figurehead or like leadership or seniority in out of the players, and that's why I think it was Disasi. But
Yeah.
other than that, I don't
Also,
know why.
No, I think that's definitely they needed one person from that camp, definitely for sure.
Yeah,
Everyone tuning in, man. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification. Not sure when we'll be on next. Maybe on the weekend, unless there's emergency. If also signed somehow, I'll have to stream whilst I'm in bed or something. If I really have
yeah,
to, you know.
and I might then jump on the phone because I am on the other side of Norway without my PC.
How
So
long are you there for?
until Sunday.
Okay, Sunday night you
So
probably leave. Yeah,
nah, we leave Sunday morning because it's like an 8 hour drive. So
that's crazy.
yeah,
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy that
yeah.
journey.
So it's thanks. So it's further for us to drive from there than it's for me to take a plane to
Blaine.
England.
I was literally thinking that.
Yeah,
Cool. Guys, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification. We'll see you guys soon. Big up Sindri for looking after the channel, the stream, and we'll catch you guys very, very soon.
take care,
Peace.
guys.